Admittedly, one of my biggest fixations when it comes to NPB teams are the Ouendan themes of the fan clubs of those teams. And since I went to Hong Kong Disneyland last December, it kind of gave me a reminder about the songs that were used in Disney media and how some of these songs were used by these NPB Ouendan clubs for certain players or situations. Started us off fittingly, for a few years, up until recently, the cheering squad of the Chiba Lotte Marines would open their games to the tune of When You Wish Upon a Star from Pinocchio, which is more well known as the signature song of the Walt Disney Company as a whole. Personally, I'm honestly kind of disappointed they stopped using this theme because of its connection to the Chiba area. And spoilers, this isn't the last time they are involved for some obvious reasons. Next up on the list, one of my personal favorites, and one of a major superstar, was that during his playing days for the Hanshin Tigers, Akinobu Mayumi's theme was the Mickey Mouse March, which was the theme from the Mickey Mouse Club show. Coincidentally, during this same era, the Chunichi Dragons Ouendan would also do the same thing, this time for foreigner Ken Macha. By the way, shout out to this one channel for making renditions of some of these, since most of these don't exactly have footage, given some of these were from players of the past who have been forgotten to time. First up, this is the one that Akinobu Mayumi would have. Then after that, we now have the one that was used by Ken Macha. Speaking of two players in the same era using a similar tune, that would be the same case between Yasuhiko Kawano of the Yokohama Taiyo Whales and Hiroshi Ogawa of the Nankai, later Fukuoka Daiei Hawks, not to be confused with the now incarcerated former pitcher of the Lotte Orions. In both their cases, they would use the theme song for the iconic Disney ride, It's a Small World, which itself is a major presence in many Disney parks around the world, given its connection to Walt Disney and his contributions to the 1964 New York World's Fair. Now here's a listen to that one tune. Another personal favorite of mine is another one from the Chiba Lotte Marines, this time from the mid-2000s, with Koji Hirashita. When Hirashita was playing for the Marines Ouendan would play the tune of Zip-a-Dee-Doo-Dah every time he stepped to the plate. It was known as the theme of the controversial Disney movie Song of the South, but is more iconically recognized as the song of the Disney ride Splash Mountain. Funny thing, as of today, only Tokyo Disneyland still has the original theming, while the versions in the US parks have since now been rethemed as Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is based on the 2009 animated movie The Princess and the Frog. The next case is yet another Marines one, more so a recent one, this time being a bit more based around the staple in Disney parks outside America, Duffy the Disney Bear. For a quick history lesson, he was originally made as just the Disney bear for the opening of a toy store in what was then known as Downtown Disney, which is now Disney Springs, not to be confused with the Downtown Disney in Anaheim. When the Oriental Land Company, the owners of the Tokyo Disney Resort, wanted to bring the Disney bear to Tokyo Disney Sea in 2005, Imagineers suggested that they gave it a backstory since the Japanese love backstories. They then came up with the idea that this bear was something Minnie gave to a sailor version of Mickey Mouse to keep him company on his voyages. Mickey would then name this bear Duffy since Minnie gave it to him in a duffel bag, thus giving the name Duffy the Disney Bear. He eventually became a popular figure of Disney's Asian parks, specifically Tokyo Disney Sea, Hong Kong Disneyland, and Shanghai Disneyland. That aside, when former infielder Matt Duffy played for the Marines, his theme was to the tune of the theme from the stage show My Friend Duffy from Tokyo Disney Sea. That show, by the way, was permanently closed after the Tokyo Disney Resort closed due to the COVID pandemic and has yet to return post-pandemic. Before we go to the last two, which are more general themes, here's a quick honorable mention. Ichiro's iconic theme during his 9th season to the Orix BlueWave was the Yankee Doodle board, or more commonly known as I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy, which was used in the George M. Cohan Broadway musical Little Johnny Jones, and was also later used in the 1942 movie Yankee Doodle Dandy. While it is not related to Disney media in any way, the song itself is one that you can hear in the musical loop for the restaurant Sakura at Tokyo Disney Sea. With that out of the way, the first general one used to actually be for a specific player, but is now being used as a general theme. Back when the team was known as the Yokohama Taiyo Whales, player Doug Loman's theme would be set to the tune of Heigh-Ho from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Later on, now as the Yokohama DeNA Bay Stars, this song would now be used generally for foreign pitchers. This might soon be gone from the picture, batting wise, with the Central League soon adopting the designated hitter next year. Last but certainly not least, once again for the Bay Stars, one of the team's chance themes, played when the team is in a possible scoring situation, is set to the Moon theme from the DuckTales NES game. Unfortunately, it's not exactly the haha funny bit that most people know. You know, this one. Anyway, as mentioned, this is one of the few select themes played during scoring opportunities, especially when the team is behind and the scoring opportunity will give them a chance to win the game or take the lead. And those are all the Ouendan themes from NPB fan clubs that have a somewhat connection to different media from across the Walt Disney Company. From theme park attractions to movies, these tunes have inspired these cheering clubs to create themes to continue supporting their club's players.